How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Kevin.
What do you got for me?
Well, first of all, there are a few things that I do not agree with. Now I am 45 years old.
Okay.
And you mentioned, and we're talking about divas, queens, and bosses. First of all, I grew up listening to Beyonce and Mariah Carey. That's what I consider divas. And I just think it's just a term of endearment. You know, it's something for a woman to feel empowered.
Empowered to do
about.
what?
So,
empowered to do
what?
It's
an empowering feeling. Just at a point where they're very confident in themselves and.
Okay.
And,
what does your husband have to say about it?
Whereas my husband, I'm divorced.
All right. So name me the white women that run around calling themselves divas. Or name me any other race of women that call themselves these things. Divas, queens, and bosses. Tell me how Asian women empower themselves. Tell me how white women empower themselves. Show me how Middle Eastern and Hispanic women empower themselves.
Okay, but why do we have to be like them, though? I mean,
well, I'm asking because we're humans. Okay, you asked a question that you can't overtalk me.
Oh, I'm not. I apologize. I apologize. I'm not trying to overtalk.
But my thing is, first up, can you turn off the YouTube channel in the background?
Yes.
All right. It's not a problem about this empowerment, man. It's pedestalizing. That's what it's not empowerment, it's pedestalizing. Did you hear the previous caller who called herself a boss? And when she had business for 10 years, but she had no employees? What is she a boss of?
Well, I mean, again, that, being a boss, you can, it's a term of, running things, running your own business. And you don't necessarily have to have...
No, that's not true. Let's look up the definition of boss. Well, go ahead.
It doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to have employees to consider yourself
boss, noun, a person in charge of a worker or organization, union bosses. Or verb, giving orders or domineering manner. That sounds more like it. The verb boss makes a lot of sense, especially when black women use it, because they're certainly not in charge of workers.
Well, I'm in charge of my own schedule.
Okay. Do you have any kids? Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
2.
Boys or girls?
Both, boy and girl, 23 and 24.
Okay, but when they were 5 or 8 years old, remember those years? They could have been in charge of making up their bed. Does that make them bosses?
Yeah, bosses of their own domain.
Are you trying to be are you really trying to be serious? Honestly, if that's how we're going to go with it, then this conversation really is kind of pointless. If you're going to tell me a 5 and an 8-year-old is a boss of something, then that goes into the delusion factor.
Okay. All right. Touche.
All right. Well, far too many black women want to be right, man. And you just won't even, when something's wrong, you'll still try to find a way to be right.
But I am compromising. We're meeting in the middle, but I just...
Okay, meet in the middle. Meet me in the middle. How does calling yourself a diva, a queen, or a boss facilitate healthy relationships with men?
Well, the men that I encounter, they actually I don't know too many women that call themselves divas.
But how does this facilitate? How does it facilitate healthy interaction with the men by calling yourself somebody in charge?
Well,
okay, you're divorced, right?
Yes.
So am I. And one of the big problems in a lot of marriages, in particular in Black America, is who leads. Who's supposed to lead?
The male.
So, if I were your husband, how could I lead you? So if I were your husband, how could I lead you if you were a boss?
A boss of my schedule, a boss of my work.
Again, that's pedestalizing and overinflating importance. Why? Why is it so important to make things sound so grand that are just common? That's why I use the kids example. That's why I use the kids making up a bed. Yeah, they feel good about it, but in the grand scheme of things, it ain't nothing. And the damn sure you being the boss. But far too many Black women want a pat on the back for just average stuff.
Well, making the bed. I mean, that's part.
Just say, ma'am. She's struggling to sit back and say, "Damn, you got me." Check.
Well, I mean, we're talking about in rooms,
and that's what we're talking about. We're talking about how many Black women who call themselves bosses are in charge of anything.
I feel like if a woman runs her own business and do not go into a 9-to-5, is considered a boss.
All right. So, you know what else? I mean, but see, man, that makes sense because so many Black women won't call themselves fat or morbidly obese. They'll say they're BBW. See, a lot of you Black women love to make up your own definitions. Forget the dictionary. We're going to make up our own words. It's going to have our own meanings. But here's the thing. The world doesn't work that way. Your arteries still say you're morbidly obese. One of the biggest pushbacks I get is from Black women talking about weight.
Well, I don't have a weight problem. And, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
No, beauty is pretty well universal. There are some subjective things. How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay. What is the average weight of an American man?
The average weight, I would say maybe 185, 90.
Okay. And what's the weight of an average? What's the weight of an average American female?
I would say maybe 150, 155.
The weight of an average American man is 168 pounds. The weight of an average American woman 55 years ago, who were the same height, used to be 120 pounds, and it shot up to 166 pounds. The average American Black female is 187 pounds. The average Black woman weighs more than the average Black man at her height. Is that normal?
Mm-hmm.
Is that normal?
To compare to what statistics?
Normal. Normal comparing. No, I got you. No. See, you about to try to pull this white shit on me. No. Normal compared a man to a damn woman. Should a woman who's 5'5" weigh more than a man who's 5'5"?
Well, absolutely not.
Well, but they do. But they
ideally.
do. But they do. No, ideally, it's called they do.
Hey.
Go ahead, make an excuse. Go ahead, make excuses for it.
I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that the options are very low for Black women.
What do you mean?
Hold
on. Whoa! Stop right there. You're gonna have to justify that. What do you mean?
I'm justifying it in terms of there's a lot of good men that are locked up.
Let me stop you right there. Man. Okay. I need to stop you right there. I need you to pay attention. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% are in the middle class. So you can go ahead and take that 1980s talking point back over to color purple land, because that shit is factually inaccurate and untrue according to black people statistics. Go to blackdemographics.com, saying as though you want to, oh, those are white folks. Then go to blackdemographics.com, black statistics for black people about black people, and they'll show you.
Well, either way, it's a lot.
So 51%. No, ma'am. See what you did? You just tried to skip. See, every time I make a point, you instead of saying, "Damn, I didn't know that," you're gonna still try to be right. Instead of saying, "Bro, I didn't know that." Well, I didn't. No, ma'am. Instead of saying, "You know what, bro, I didn't know that." 51% are single and childless. That means they're unmarried, no kids, and 64% in the middle class. Damn, I didn't know that. See, what that says is there are plenty of black men out here who are available to marry and have kids. Why can't black women seem to get them?
What age group is that?
No, ma'am. Why? No. What marrying age?
And
those are the marrying age. They don't keep statistics on teenagers.
What area?
Ma'am, it's marrying age. They don't keep statistics on children. They're adults. See how you see? This is what I mean, and this is the to the previous caller who wondered what all the acrimony is between black men and black women. Caller, this is it right here. You got a black woman here. I'm trying to educate her on why she's wrong on the facts. Even when I made points, she'll keep moving the goalpost. Well, give me the facts, the data, and statistics. Well, give me the who calculated them. Well, it ain't right. Look, at the end of the day, this is why so many of y'all are by yourself. They're disagreeable.
Well, no, we're having a conversation, but we're having a conversation.
Well, the conversation, but it has to be, the conversation has to be in truth, though, ma'am. I don't mind having a conversation, but if we just gonna have opinions, that's not really a conversation. Well, okay, do you believe? Okay, how about this? How about this? Let's start over. Do you believe that 51% of black men are single and childless? Do you believe that?
No.
Okay. There you go. What percentage of black men do you believe are single and childless?
Maybe 20%.
Okay. So by your own headspace, you reduce the effective level of black men by roughly 60%. So now you can go and make the argument of scarcity.
It is.
No, it's not. It really isn't. No, it's not. It really is not. See, facts are stubborn things, man. You can believe whatever you want, but facts are stubborn. Just because you don't believe 2 + 2 is 4 doesn't change the fact that 2 + 2 is indeed 4.
Well, I do believe that 2 + 2 is indeed 4.
Well, then tell me why you don't believe that 51% of black men are single and childless. Tell me why you don't believe that fact.
Okay, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been in Atlanta for about 20 years. And there are not a lot of black men.
Did I say black men in Atlanta, ma'am? Did I say black men in Atlanta, ma'am?
No, I'm saying
black men. No. But the stat that I said, did I say Atlanta?
You did not say Atlanta. No, you did.
Okay, so do you believe it based on Atlanta? Or not? See,
I have to go where.
No, ma'am. So what you need to do, because I live in Atlanta too. So what you're gonna need to do is tell me where you getting that 20% from.
But if from every day.
No, ma'am. Your anecdotal eyeball experience. No, man. Your anecdotal eyeball experience does not change the Department of Bureau of Labor Statistics and the CDC. See, facts are stubborn things, man. You can have your opinion and you can be as wrong as
reality.
No, it's not reality. That's your twisted reality. It's your twisted reality, but it don't matter. It's twisted because you talking about bosses and being in charge of stuff, and that implies a business mind, and you can't even accept a fact.
can't accept a fact.
No, you cannot, ma'am, because I just gave you a fact, and I've cited my sources, but you still won't stop.
Well, those statistics are not. Those numbers are not helping my everyday, day-to-day interaction. You know, in real life, I'm at the grocery stores. I'm in.
Well, how about you talking about you now? Now we talk about you. Well, if I asked your husband why y'all divorced, what would he tell me?
Domestic violence.
Okay. How often did you beat his ass?
No, I'm the victim. And I'm okay with that. You know, it was a growing pain. I thank God I got out alive.
And how long you been divorced?
For 2 years.
2 years. How long were y'all married?
For about 7 months.
7 months. Now hold on. I know I got a new calculator, but you got kids that are like in their 20s.
Right.
About 2 different guys or about one?
About one.
Why didn't you marry him?
The last one?
No, the one that impregnated you once or twice.
Oh, he went to jail.
Oh, so you pick ass whoopers and felons. And then you're gonna complain about what other. I need you to stop right here, ma'am. I need you to slow the whole. I need you to slow the whole French toast down. I'm not gonna let you get on here and talk about what black men are not when you picking dudes that whoop your ass and that are felons. See, I'm not gonna sit around and let you black women just sit around and talk about hey, black men ain't here and they ain't this, they ain't that. When in your own life you pick shit. Yeah, take a nice strong drink, sip it all. Because you're talking about black men to share my reflection, and I'm tired of sisters like you running our reputation in the ground because you pick poorly.
A black man.
No, no, you had 20 million to pick from, but you picked a felon once to have 2 babies by and then Ike Turner. All these black people in Atlanta, why are you picking these scrubs?
That's what's left.
If you don't get off my goddamn
Aside
phone,
from the married
get off my phone. I don't want to keep it. That's what's left, huh? That's what's left. Mm-hmm. The black Mecca and all your WAP seems to attract is felons and abusers. Then you need to put that shit in get some maintenance done.
Outside, there are some good men.
Really, why don't you attract them? Then why don't you date them?
I don't. It's difficult. It's like a needle in a haystack.
No, it's not a needle in a haystack. I live here.
Yes, it is.
I live here, and I date good black women. No, why can't you see? Let me back down, ma'am. Relationships are reflective. We attract what we are. When I was broken, I attracted broken. And see, what I'm having a problem with is you are trying to make black men the problem, and you are definitely problematic. Everything I presented to you that is a fact that you can verify yourself, you've said no, 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 no. And who the hell wants to deal with a woman like that? Persians?
Yes, and they're
okay. So what? Okay. They're okay. Then where's your? So you got a Persian fiance?
He's not a fiance, but I am dating one.
Okay, again, just because someone will dust it off does not mean he wants to marry you. I've talked about this too.
I don't have to be married.
Exactly. Let me go ahead and help you get. This is young black women. Pay attention. These are your mamas and your aunties, and they telling you that black men don't exist because they can't get their shit right.
That's not true.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. Of course not. You could get your shit right so much that you picked somebody that was whooping your ass after you picked a felon. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, that's right, ma'am. And I'm not, yeah, and then you see the problem is here's where you run the problem because you keep trying to down. Because you keep get off my phone.